The Superloop bus service, the one that you can see behind me. This was launched in July last year in 2023, directly in response to complaints of a lack of public transport connectivity in outer London. So the Superloop is basically intended to replace your car. Okay, let's assume that it actually goes to where you want it to go. How does the service compare to using a car? Well, to find out, I did the entire Superloop circuit and I vlogged the whole experience. But I also did the same thing in the car and I vlogged that too. Both were done on weekdays, about a couple of weeks apart. I'll break down the exact timings of each leg and how long it took. There'll be a summary at the end revealing which was faster, cheaper, and even more strenuous, kind of. Plus, you won't believe how it nearly all goes wrong on the buses so near the end. This is going to be an epic video, so settle down, guys, and get yourself a coffee, get yourself some snacks. After all, I've compressed nearly 20 hours of traveling around London into this video. Anyway, I really look forward to hearing your thoughts and comments on this video. But first, let's do it in the car first. So guys, so today I'm going to be doing the Superloop. This is the Superloop. I've got it there. So this is the Superloop. So the idea is that I'm going to be doing the outer circle. I'm going to do it by car today. I'm not going to follow the exact route of the bus because A, I don't know what the exact route is, and B, because that's not really the point. The point is to connect these dots, is to connect the main stations where it actually goes to. So I'll be starting in the orange one, which is SL10. So it's got SL1, SL2, SL2, etc, etc. SL10, I'll start at Kingsbury because that's my local stop. The next stop after that is Hendon. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the outer loop, not bother with these inner ones, just the outer loop. And I'm going to be doing it in the car. So the car I'm in, as you can see, is the BYD Seal. Now you can see it's got 86% charge at the moment. It's electric. It's electric, it's all-wheel drive. This thing has got 530 horsepower, which I don't think I'm going to be using as I'm doing a Superloop of London. 0 to 60, 2 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds. It says so on the back. It's about a 48,700 pounds car. So it should be the perfect car to do this in. It's saying it's got a range of 266 miles and 86% charge. So that should be plenty. So I shouldn't have to charge it up. I set the stopwatch so that I'll try and time how long it takes me. I think it's going to take me pretty much the whole day to do this. It's raining, but hopefully that won't cause any problems, because if it does cause a delay or if there's any road blockages or anything like that, then that will add time to it. Hopefully nothing like that will happen, so we should be okay. And of course we've got all-wheel drive, so we should be fine. So what I'll do is I'll get to Kingsbury and I'll start the stopwatch from Kingsbury, and then we'll take it from there and we'll see how long it takes us to do the Superloop by car. So there is Kingsbury Station right there. So here we are starting. It's actually, conveniently enough, it's 10 o'clock right now. And I'm also now going to start the stopwatch. So from now on, we'll see exactly how long it takes us to get to Hendon. And then we'll see how the day goes. But yeah, 10 o'clock start. And I just saw an SL, there's an SL10 one right there actually. And so it's just started from here. So let's see how we get on.
Turn in 100 yards, turn left, and then you will arrive at your destination.
So there I am at Hendon Station. It took 13 minutes, but to be fair, 13 minutes, 5 minutes of that is because the nav on this rerouted me into some roadworks. And I had to come back around again because I think I might use Waze. Anyway, right next one, Finchley Central. Right, Finchley Central, done that, and it is now 25 minutes it's taken to do that. Right, that's North Finchley done, and that was 30 minutes, so from start till now. 30 minutes to North Finchley. Next one is New Southgate. Right, so that's New Southgate Station. That's done. Next one is Arnos Grove. The stopwatch says 42 minutes. Ah, there it is. There's Arnos Grove right there. Time is 43:50 seconds, so 44 minutes. Right. 44 minutes on the stopwatch. Just gonna pull over to set the nav.
And on your left.
Silver Street. There's Silver Street right there, and the time is 55 minutes, 55 and a half minutes, I would say. Alright, so here we are. We have made it to Walthamstow Central, and this is actually the end of SL1. So we've now done SL10, well, most of SL10, and we've done all of SL1 now. So we've done sort of, I suppose, about a third, I guess, of the top part. The car, by the way, 78%. 242 mile range if you're interested. And of course I forgot to mention that took a bit longer. That section took a little bit longer. It's a 1 hour 14 minutes
Make
now.
Make a U-turn if possible.
Okay.
At Cedars Avenue.
All right, give me a chance. So here we are, we've arrived at Gants Hill, and it's 1 hour 31. 1 hour 31 is what it's taken. I gotta say, and it's probably going to get worse now that I'm going to say it, is that actually it's been pretty good in terms of traffic. I guess it's been okay, you know, it's not been too bad, but of course now we're getting into a more congested area, and the only problem that I've had is the 20 miles per hour limits. They've done my head in, honestly, because so many of these roads that you're on, I mean, they're clearly not 20 mile per hour limits. You know, they are well-flowing, open, clean roads, not very congested, and 20 miles per hour, and it just does your head in. It's really like trying to keep to 20. Anyway, especially in something this is actually a pretty smooth car. The ride actually is not bad on this one. By the way, 76%, 239 mile range. That last section was quite a long one. So we've made it to Ilford. And the time it's taken is 1 hour 40 minutes so far. 1 hour 40 minutes on the stopwatch.
School zone ahead.
Okay, we now got to Barking. It's 1 hour and 48 minutes. I've done that. I'm just going to pull over somewhere to set up the next bit.
Roadworks ahead on Pier Road.
So I've arrived at Woolwich, North Woolwich. Done that now. The time is 2 hours, so it's taken me 2 hours to get here. Now the only issue now that I have is that this is where things get interesting, because the bus doesn't actually go across. The bus doesn't go across from there. So how do I get across? Because the next stop is actually Thamesmead. So that was so I'm in North Woolwich, right? And I'm wondering how to get across. Well, there's a ferry here, right? So I've never done this before. So I thought, okay, why don't I just do that? Why didn't I take the ferry across? Seems to be open, even though the weather's raining and stuff. But started the stopwatch again. Let's see how long it takes, because technically, I suppose, even if I do the route by, if you do the route by bus, you've got to figure out how to get across. Yeah, here we are. We are going onto a ferry. This is a ferry. Check it out. I've never done this before. And is there no charge for this? Is there no charge for this ferry?
Guidance will start now. In 300 yards, continue on new ferry approach.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on a ferry. Let's see. So anyway, we'll see how long this takes. I'll add this time on. I might reset Thamesmead. Let's see. So whilst I'm sitting here, I just looked it up. Woolwich Ferry links Woolwich and North Woolwich. The ferry is free. Boats used in the service, you can carry, well, okay, so it carries pedestrians, it carries cyclists, cars, vans, lorries. It's there and it's free. Okay. This is such a weird experience, because you can see that, I can see that it's moving. I can see, if I look in the mirror, I can see the back is moving. You can see, you know, you could probably make out that the clouds are moving in that. There were a few buildings that just passed, but you can't see out the side, so you can't see if you're moving. If you look back, I don't know if you can see that, then you can see that you are moving. But otherwise, you can barely tell. It's completely imperceptible. And you can see on the map there that we are moving. So the map, actually, the navigation is showing us moving across the water right now. It's so weird. But yeah, there's a slight couple of nudges as it moves off. But once it's moved off, you know, your body can't tell that you're moving. which is really weird. We are definitely moving, and we're almost there. Wow. But we're waiting in the car for a bit. 14, so it's 15 minutes since I restarted. So 15 minutes. If we get across in say 20 minutes, I suppose not too bad. So weird, just slight gentle movement there, as if I'm braking the car, but I'm not braking the car's standing still. And instinctively I put my foot on the brake, although the handbrake is on. But yeah, we're here, we're docked at the other end. It's about 19 minutes it's taken. So so that's from 19 minutes from waiting for it at the other side. So when I pulled into that lane, when I said to you, I thought, oh, let's take the ferry, that's when I reset. So from there to actually now docking, it's taken about 19 minutes. It's telling me 3.6 miles to Thamesmead, and there we are. 20 minutes, yeah, 21 minutes you could say.
New ferry approach.
Wowza, that's a bit steep. There we go. Check this out, guys. It's my book. It's my first novel, and it's written for car fans like you. It's a fun political action thriller. It's full of cool cars and spectacular action. Get your copy now at Amazon.com. It just took 10 minutes, 30 minutes.
Your destination.
And this is now Thamesmead. So that was Abbey Wood. So I've just passed Abbey Wood. So done Abbey Wood, what the time is 37 minutes, so 2 hours and 37 minutes it's taken to get here. Now, next one is Bexley Heath, but I'm just thinking that before I do Bexley Heath, it's now 12:54, 12:55, so I've been driving for 3 hours.
Turn left at the
Possibly
exit. In 250 yards at the end
worth taking a little break.
You are now rerouting.
So I'm going to stop the stopwatch now.
You are rerouting. In 500 yards,
And
turn
I'll
right.
take a little coffee and stuff, and then get back on the road. So it's now 1:20, and I'm now setting off from Abbey Wood to Bexley Heath station. That's the next stop. I've set it in, it's saying about 9 minutes or so is what it's saying. Just if you're interested, half a circuit of London done in this BYD Seal. I just realized it's raining and I'm in a Seal, and across the river in a Seal. How's that? And so that's half a circuit done, and it's at 70%, 221 miles left on here. Right, so here we are.
Turn left to Station Road,
Bexley
and
Heath.
you will arrive at
There
your
you go.
destination.
2 hours 45 minutes. 2 hours 45 minutes to Bexley Heath. 2 hours 57 minutes, and we are at Sidcup. We have done Sidcup. So we arrived at the hospital. Here it is. And it's now 3 hours and 2 minutes. 3 hours and 2 minutes. Here we go.
You have
Bickley
reached your
Station.
destination on your right.
And it is perfect. There's parking here as well. So Bickley Station is 1 hour 20. Sorry, 3 hours 20 minutes. 3 hours 20 minutes. About 4 hours since I started off this morning, but 3 hours 21 minutes of driving time to get to Bickley.
Turn right to Sherman Road.
There we
and
go.
You will arrive at your destination.
So that is Bromley done, and
You are now on track to routing.
3 hours
Turn
30
right to
minutes
Mitchell Way and then turn
on the
left.
stopwatch. There we go, Bethlehem Royal Hospital. It's
Turn
3
right
hours
turn
and
left.
42 minutes to get here. It's now
You are now off track rerouting.
2:30.
In 200 yards,
Croydon
turn
done.
possible.
and that's 3 hours 56 minutes, pretty much 4 hours. That's Croydon.
You have reached your destination.
So as you just heard, that's 3 hours 22 minutes. 3 hours 22 minutes to get to Sutton Station. Oh wow, so I just punched in Kingston, that's 37 minutes. Now this last stretch was actually quite a long one as well. This was about 25 minutes that took up to Sutton. And now the next one is saying 37 minutes, so well over half an hour. Right, so we have made it to Kingston, 5 hours. 5 hours and 1 minute. 5 5 hours and 1 minute, actually in 6 hours behind the wheel of the car. Car is down to 54%, still 169 miles, I'm not worried. But yeah, we made it to Kingston. So just West London to do now. Now the only thing is now it's 3:45.
In 200 yards,
so we're getting into that. We're getting into that sort of rush hour zone now. So that might slow things down quite considerably. But yeah, let's see how we go. Here we go.
Congestion ahead.
Yeah, here we go. We're crossing the bridge now. So here we go. We're crossing back across the river. Onto the north side of London and heading into the west, covering around the west side. West side!
You have reached your destination.
Teddington Station. And 6 hours, 13 minutes. Just punched in Heathrow Airport. And that's going to take me to 4:45. It's 48 minutes from here. Oh wow, that's a long run. And yeah, but I don't know if it's a long run because it's about, well, it's 23 miles actually. It's quite a long run.
Lane.
Let's see, but it put me right in the middle of rush hour. So that will make for interesting getting back across West London.
Proceed 1 mile
onto the final bit. Can you see me? That's because I'm in the tunnel at Heathrow Airport. So we've made it to Heathrow Airport. Yeah, that was a long run. And we were stop go traffic on M25 as you would expect, but driving on the M3 and then on the M4 has certainly eaten into my range on here, so I'm down to 124 miles and 42%. It still should be enough to cover the rest of the west side of London that we need to do, but we are at Heathrow now, and so just go figure out how to get out of Heathrow without having to pay anything and head off to the next one, which is Haynes. So the total time from the stopwatch is 6 hours and 12 minutes right now. 6 hours and 12 minutes is from the stopwatch, and then behind the wheel, got the rain today, 7 hours. So it's a heck of a thing. Thank God the seats are comfortable in this car. It took me a while to get the good seating position, but once I figured that out, it was alright, it wasn't too bad. The trick here is to get through Heathrow without having to pay any kind of drop-off charge or anything. I just want to go around and back out again. Exit, yeah, just take the exit. Because that's the drop-off. That's the car park, which I don't need. Drop-off, which I don't need. So I'm just going straight through the exit. So hopefully I haven't paid it. I don't have to pay anything here. It's getting dark now. Hope you can still see me. So this is Hayes.
North Hyde Road, and then you will arrive at your destination.
So we are now at Hayes. We've done Hayes as well now. Next one is Northolt. On to Northolt, and this is 6 hours and 27 minutes on the stopwatch to get here. Right, can you see me? There's a bit of light here, but obviously it is quite dark now. It's going to be like this the rest of the way. So I've just stopped for a little bit. I've turned off the stopwatch for a bit because between Hayes and Northolt was another bit of a trek. Actually, a bit of a trek more so because of traffic. Because right now it's 5:37, so we are proper in rush hour. And considering that I've been driving about 7.5 hours, so we're looking at 6 hour 44. It's saying 7.5 hours there. So yeah, easily like 7 hours or so. And I stopped at 1 o'clock, and it's now 5 o'clock. So I thought, you know what? Rather than tackle the madness of the traffic now, which is inevitable. It's just got darker, hasn't it? Can you see me? So there you go. So I thought, let me just stop for a bit, have another coffee, have a little break, give myself 20 minutes or so, and then hit that traffic again. Right, so we've made it to Northolt. Northolt is right there, and that's taken 7 hours and 9 minutes on the stopwatch. 7 hours and 9 minutes. There's Northolt station. We are there, and so the next one now is Harrow, back on home territory at last, and that is about just under 3.5 miles away. Car's doing all right, 36%, 100 miles, 101 miles, so we should be okay. Here we are passing Harrow Station. Here we go, College Road, that's Harrow Station. and the time on the stopwatch, 7 hours and 24 minutes. 7 hours and 24 minutes on the stopwatch. That's the time. Can you see me? That's the time. So the passing Harrow College now, and just 2 more to go. That's it. 2 more to go. So the next one is Northwick Park Hospital, and very familiar to me. Both my kids were born there. And so here we are, just 4 minutes later. So yeah, just 4 minutes later. I mean, you know, it's pretty much there. So the final stretch is back to where we started, which is Kingsbury. So that's down Kenton Road, and here we are. This is it. Kingsbury Station is just on the other side of this traffic light. So that's it's now 7 o'clock in the evening. Remember, I started at 10 o'clock this morning. So 9 hours later, in fact, it says 8.8 hours on the driving time on here. According to my stopwatch, 7 hours 41 minutes is the actual driving time. Don't forget, I stopped it for breaks and stuff like that. 7 hours 41 minutes is the driving time. That's what it's taken. In total, it's been, like I said, 9 hours to do this. So then here we are, Kingsbury Station. There we go. It's right there, believe me. And I should know, because this means I'm home. Isn't that great? So there you go. That's interesting to know, that that's how long it would take to do a complete circuit of London, not using the M25 and not using the North and South Circulars, except for little portions of the North Circular were used. But other than that, no North Circular, no South Circular. Actually, would that be interesting? Would you want to know that? There goes an SL Superloop bus. Would you want to know that? How long does it take to do a full loop on the M25, and how long would it take to do a full loop on the North and South Circular combined? Let me know if you want me to experiment on that at some point in the future. Anyway, this was about the Superloop. There we go. That's done. The car, if you're interested, I still have 91 miles left. So 32% charge left. I started with 85% charge this morning, down to 32% charge. It's not bad going. And actually, it's been the ideal companion for this, to be honest with you, because it's been very smooth, very serene. I mean, I'm feeling tired now, as you can imagine, 9 hours behind the wheel, but not having to clutch pump, not having to, you know, exert myself too much. This car actually really helped in that regard. Even then, I'm getting a stiff leg now, but if I had to do this in my manual car, and I don't think I could have done it in this time, I would have had to take a couple of very serious 2-hour breaks. Shout out time, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoy my content, why not get involved? Buy me a coffee. You can do that at either of these links. Or if you're watching on YouTube, buy me a thanks or take out a membership. It all helps. It really does. Kingsbury Station is there. Superloop bus is there. Right, let's do that. Start the stopwatch. So here we are. Superloop, it's 11:43, although I've started the stopwatch, so we're running on that. Engine Central Station, 11 minutes 50 seconds. North Finchley bus station, Superloop. Just got to SL10, and I've just missed the SL1, which is the next one that I want, of course. So the bus is on the inside of the station, bus station. There's an SL1 over there. Oh, that says Finchley, so that's ended here. So I think the one I need is from, I think my stop is that one. The SL1 has just started up. There you go. Sounds like a diesel engine to me. Hybrid. That's a hybrid there. Basically been waiting over 10 minutes now. So since I got off and I missed the other SL1, I've waited 10 minutes now for the other new one to start. I think I just missed the SL2 because I saw an SL2 just as we were waiting at the traffic lights. Well, I missed an SL2, which is the next one that I need. Walthamstow bus station, stop E. Be interesting to see how long I now have to wait. Like I said, I think I just saw an SL2 leave before as we were pulling in, so I missed that now. Based on the previous one, I think that we're looking at 10 to 12 minutes. The only other thing I would say is about the stops, because the buses do stop in between the main stops. They do stop at smaller stops as well. So like between the stations, for example, I'd say about 2, 3, maximum 4. So not as many stops as I thought. Right, so here we are at North Woolwich. 2:55 is the time it's taken, and 2:38. So that's what it's been like so far. I have to say the buses have been generally quite good, clean and relatively empty. It's a Thursday, so it's a working day, but relatively quiet, straightforward. I've been able to charge my phone on them, and so far it's not been too bad a ride. So now we're at North Woolwich, so I've got to figure out what to do from here. Right, so I figure the best bet is to get the DLR across the river to the other side, and then get a bus over to Thamesmead to basically then rejoin the Superloop bus route. It's very cold. It is cold, so I'm going to walk down to the DLR station, try to figure out where that is. The question is whether or not I stop the stopwatch, but I'm still traveling. So the idea of this is the total time traveling. And I did keep the stopwatch running on the car when I was trying to get across the river and then making my way over to Thamesmead. So I think I'll keep the stopwatch running. Right, so I've arrived at Woolwich Arsenal, so I think I'm going to take there's quite a few shops and things here. I'll take a little break, get something to eat, get coffee, and then I'll try and figure out what to do next. So I'm stopping the stopwatch now. It's at 3:13, 40 seconds by the way. Hey, are you enjoying this video? Then make sure you hit the like button. It's very important. Plus, comment, share, and make sure you're subscribing. Okay, so I'm back at Woolwich Arsenal. So I've had my little break, had my coffee, had my comfort break, and I'm going to restart the clock there, as you can see it. The reason I'm restarting it now, although I'm back here, is that I have now got to find a bus. So according to Google Maps, because I've got to go to North Thamesmead to find the beginning of the next Superloop, and to get there I need to get a bus. So this is all going to add to the time, even though I'm not technically not doing Superloop, but doing DLR, then I'm doing another bus to get to the Superloop bus. So about 5 minutes to find the bus stop here opposite the station, and Elizabeth line is there. Now according to that meter on the board, the next 472, wait a minute, next 472, there's several of them, there's 472 bus that I need from here. That's not it. And it's in about 3 minutes. Okay. Well, there you go, that was not fun. Of course, it's now, oops, you tripped up there. It's now, of course, school time, it's home time from school. So that bus, the 472 that I was on, was very crowded. So that was your typical bus ride. So now the time is 4:03. It's 3 minutes 41. 3 minutes coming up to 3 minutes 42. And now I think I have to go down that way. So I've got a bit of a walk now. Something like a 10-minute walk or something to find where the next Superloop bus actually starts from. I see a Superloop bus, an SL3. Maybe this is the one I want. So this is the sucky part of this, is this lack of connection between SL2 and SL3. That's annoying. Duh, it's right opposite, see? The stop is there. It'd be good to get back onto the Superloop buses, because that was the purpose of this. So 3:48 to get to the station. Question is, how long am I going to be waiting here? Right, so I managed to get onto the SL3. Arrived pretty much. So the one that was stopped, the one that I was looking at, when I got to the bus stop, started up again. So it came around, picked us up. 3:50, now we're back onto the bus at 4:12 in the afternoon. This is where I stopped in the car for my lunch break when I did it by car. Top deck is empty again. I've had that a lot on this trip, and this is like during the day. And now, like, what time is it now? 4:49, nearly 5 o'clock. So these Superloop buses don't appear to be being used, although we are right behind another one. So, but having said that, it's been like that most of the Superloops. The only time the bus was crowded was when I got onto the 472, which was like a regular route bus. Interesting. So that's done. That's at 5:02. This is the SL5. If I can take this up. And I've just missed the SL5. So the thing is, I needed the SL5, although I just got off the SL3. I needed the SL5 because the SL5, a lighting point only. I can't get on here anyway. The SL5, so maybe I can get it up there. So the SL4 I don't want, because the SL4 is the one that goes into town, so that cuts into the roundel, and it goes into Canary Wharf. Are you going? Are you going? Stop is there? Sorry, he's just told me the stop is not here, so I have to go around there. Now that bus I was just on, the SL3, last couple of stops I was the only person on the bus. And I think maybe it's not quite clear to a lot of people where the individual stops are for the buses. So maybe that's why they're maybe not using them. So that's another point. And then, here we go, there's a big bus stop here. And the other thing is that these buses, they've all been hybrid diesel. Pretty much all of them. Not electric. Hopefully you can see me in this live. Yeah, right. So the SL5 is terminated here at Park Street at Croydon. It's now 5:50 on the stopwatch, 6:11 in terms of time. Now I've got to figure out where I get the SL7 from, not the SL6, SL7. I hadn't anticipated that unless I made a mistake getting off at the wrong place. Because it said it was going to Croydon Town Centre and then it stopped here. And I've looked up, the other one apparently starts at West Croydon bus station, and according to this, it's an 11-minute walk from here. Better get going. I mean, it's bad enough that, you know, it didn't connect over the river. Oh no, okay, maybe, okay, buses can't go over the river, but, you know, there was no easy connection on the other side of the river, you know, and they take another bus to Thamesmead. But here in Croydon, the fact that that bus is supposed to be a round circuit, right? It's supposed to, it gives you the impression that it's a loop and it's all connected, right? But clearly it's not. The SL5 has abandoned me, and now I've got to walk to find the SL7. Why am I not doing the SL6, by the way, if you're asking? Well, because I think that's another one that takes a different direction. My hands are cold and I can't open this piece of paper. Oh boy. Right, and my bag is falling off. Bear with me. SL6, Russell Square to Croydon. SL7, Croydon to Heathrow. That's the one I want. I think I made it to the bus station. That looks like a bus station. Took a bit less actually than the 11 minutes that Google said actually, but unless I inadvertently found a shortcut. I think I see a white topped bus on the other side, which I hope will be the SL7 to Heathrow. Let's find out. Using the phone now because it's getting a bit too dark for the GoPro. SL6, no, that's not the one. SL7, oh no! So, managed to get onto the SL7. Heathrow next. Right, so I made it to Heathrow. This is Heathrow. This is Heathrow bus station. I've actually never been to Heathrow by bus before. It's the first time I've done this. So behind me is actually the bus station. So since the bus station is here, and I think you may be able to see through here even, that there's a coffee place. So I may just stop the stopwatch for a few minutes and take a little break. Still got the SL9 to do, the complete SL9. And then that will get me to Harrow. And then just from Harrow, I think hopefully a couple of more stops there to Kingsbury on the SL10. SL9 there actually. And I gotta say, right, well, I can see the SL9 bus behind me. And I have to wait on this station, bus station with everybody else. Temperature's definitely dropped and I'm shivering. And this is the thing, isn't it? It's not, the comfort level is not there. I mean, having been in the car, done the loop in the car, not only was, you know, the climate control and everything so comfortable, serene, quiet and all the rest of it, there was a guy on the bus, in the previous bus, incessantly just singing the whole time. God, it was so annoying. And of course the seats in the car were so comfortable, and the seats on these buses are not really meant to be sat in for that length of time that I've been sitting on them. So yeah, some factors to consider. If the temperature was better, it wouldn't be so bad, but yeah, the camera is shaking because my hand is shivering. So the bus is terminated for some reason at South Harrow station. It's 8:44 on the clock. 9:10, 10 past 9. So we've gone all around London, all the way now to South Harrow, just one stop short of the last stop on SL9, and the bus is terminated here. Isn't that great? Eight hours 54 minutes, and it's now, was it 9:20? We are at Harrow bus station, waiting now for SL10 for the final leg of this journey. And here it comes, SL10. This is it, the final leg. There we go. Let's get on this. There we go. 9 hours and 16 minutes. There's Kingsbury Station. Back at Kingsbury where I started, so the entire loop has been done on the Superloop buses. I don't know if anybody else has actually done this before, but I have now done it. The entire Superloop, I've done the whole route, and I did it in 9 hours and 16 minutes. It took 1 hour and 36 minutes more than doing it by car. That's what we have found. On top of that, I've also found that my butt really hurts and I'm freezing, I'm shivering because it's 6 degrees, but it feels like 3 degrees. And I need to get home and get something warm.